And hello. So I'm trying something new here. Got a green screen from the doing for streaming and stuff. I mean, I've had it, but I finally put it up. And if you want to see it in action, check out the stream. Already a shameless plug, like 10 seconds of the video. Look at me go. And I want to talk about a very specific subject because of news that has popped up. So in a recent interview with the director, Aonuma, the director of Legend of Zelda, where they basically said that there is no plans to release any DLC for Tears of the Kingdom. And that has sparked a discussion amongst the community. And I would like to talk about that discussion, what people say about it, what I think about it, and the hypocrisy that comes along with the idea of DLCs and what people want or don't want out of it. So, the conversation is basically two sides. Either the game is big enough. There's plenty of game. Like we don't need more. DLC is just a bonus. And then another group of people is like, I would have wanted more story on this part or this part, or we haven't seen the Triforce, so let's do a DLC on that, even though Breath of the Wild DLC didn't do as much to story as you think it would, thinking it would. And then there's a subset of people who want Master Mode for whatever the fuck reason. Because when you think Zelda, you think, I want the game to be harder. So it's on my fucking mind. Let's just start with that one. You got a bunch of people who started playing Zelda or played Zelda because of other games, who went to games like Dark Souls, and then they find, they're able to play Dark Souls well, and now they go back to Zelda and they want more challenge, as if Zelda needs to be Dark Souls. It's not. It's fucking not. We don't need a master mode. We just don't. That's not a thing. That is a thing that Zelda needs. Zelda's never needed. Hero mode has just been a more so recent thing, and a thing that you get after completing the game for like a new game plus, kinda ish, but without the whole having your items thing. It's just a hard. Okay, they have a harder mode when you beat the game, sure. But whenever people talk about Zelda, it was never about the hero mode. Nobody gave a shit about the hero mode. Nobody, outside of the extra quest from Zelda 1, most people didn't care. Like the Master Quest from Ocarina of Time was a cool thing, sure, but that just stemmed from the idea of they're trying to expand on Zelda with the DD, the 64 DD, and then the 64 was D-dead. So then they're like, well, we made these dungeons and let's just fucking release something different. And it worked. You got in the 3DS version, you got as a pre-order bonus as for Ocarina of Time. Not fucking, damn it, I'm an idiot. Wind Waker, that's the game, not Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is the mode, but the pre-order was for Wind Waker. Whatever. We don't need Master Mode. I've talked already too much about it. We don't need it. Just go, if you want your nuts to get kicked every time you turn on the game, go play a FromSoft game. Zelda doesn't need that. Zelda's a different type of game. Alright, that tangent out of the way. Let's talk about DLC in general. So, this game doesn't need DLC. It doesn't. We have a full, complete package game, and thinking that the game is worse because it is not going to have DLC, or potentially won't have DLC, is objectively idiotic, and you need to rethink your entire life that brought you to this point of thinking that I got my complete game, but this complete, very polished, awesome game needs more. That's why we have sequels. That's why we have there's so much, we have the sky, we have the Hyrule, we have the depths, we have 30 more shrines this time around. We have the side quests. We have the main story. We have hundreds of hours of gameplay. You don't need more. You just don't need more, man. DLC is a bonus, right? It's 100% a bonus. A game should not be judged on if it's going to have DLC or not. And microtransactions is a very fickle, toxic bullshit thing that people spend money on. And I wish people had the same thought as they did with Oblivion, with the horse armor being like $5, and people were like, why the fuck would you just pay $5 for horse armor? And now people are paying $20 for a Fortnite or a Call of Duty cosmetic that doesn't even do anything in games, just cosmetic. You're paying $20, you're paying a third of a game just so you could have a different costume. What the fuck's wrong with you? People bitch about microtransactions all the time. So then why are you buying into it? I know plenty of people are not buying into it. There are people who bitch about it and don't buy into it. You guys are the MVPs. Like, if you're gonna bitch about it, then don't encourage it. Like, that makes sense, right? It makes sense. But if you're gonna bitch about it, like, oh man, all these new games have microtransactions, even though most new games don't. Most new games, if they're going to have something that you have to pay, it's going to be DLC that are super optional. And if there's a story DLC, it's usually big and it's a part of a complete game. Like I'm looking at Kingdom Hearts 3 on my PlayStation right now, and they had you had to pay $30, but you had expanded story, and you had data battles and a photo mode where you could use any area and any character model and shit like that. Like you get a bunch of cool shit. That's usually DLC. But that's also a bonus. Most games don't have microtransactions. People, when they think, man, gaming's going down the shitter, it's all microtransactions and incomplete games that promise DLC later. That whole, like, incomplete game thing hasn't happened in a while. Like, yeah, if they think after the game goes gold, they think of what if they need to expand on the game, like they do. And then microtransactions, like, a handful of the most popular games have microtransactions, and it's your fault they're popular. Probably your fault. Maybe not your fault, but your fault. I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking at you. Yeah, you. You know who you are. Not you, no. You're cool, but you. Fuck you. Like Call of Duty, like even I love Rocket League, but Rocket League, has it too. And you got your all these mobile style games like Multiverse. That's why Multiverse died, because it had too many free to play shit. And like, why would you play Multiverse where it's a clunky, shitty mess with you only be able to play as 2 characters at a time until you get more, unless you pay real money or you play a lot, which I don't know why you would even want to play a lot in the first place, but you have to play a lot in order to unlock more characters of this roster. Or you could play Smash Brothers, where you pay $60 once and you get 70 whatever the fuck characters. And then you could pay another $40 to get 12 more characters and stages and music that goes along with it. But I want Bugs Bunny to have a hat, and I'm gonna pay $20 for that hat, cause I'm fucking retarded. I'm going on a tangent. Microtransactions, only a few games have it. Most games are complete. You should play the games that are complete and not play the games that have the microtransactions. And the more people who don't play microtransaction games and go into the microtransactions, the less we will probably see it. That's why Baldur's Gate 3 has become such a big talk, and how some developers who have no integrity are scared of it, like the ones who like 343 or Activision or whoever banks on low effort microtransactions. Those are the type of developers that are like, oh shit, a game that is like complete and gets free updates that people don't have to pay more than just buying the game. Like, that's a popular game now. Shit. So this entire rant on microtransactions and games not needing it comes back to Zelda. DLC is bad unless if it's not. DLC is for incomplete games. DLC, I want more DLC for this game because I really liked it. Is it good or is it bad? Like, yes, it does matter. But all you need to know is that DLC is a bonus. That's all it is. A game doesn't need DLC to be good or to be alive. If your game runs off like a play service where you need a steady string of updates in order to keep it alive because it's all online and you need to keep it fresh for players to play, that's one thing, and you have to be able to navigate that. But if it's a huge single player experience that probably has replayability depending on how you play it, it doesn't need DLC, it doesn't need extra content. What the game is, like, people who are passionate about it and did everything they can to make this game as full of a game as they can, that's what it is. That's there. That's what the game is. And it doesn't need anything more. If they do add more, cool, great, awesome, love it. Maybe they'll add in some patches to fix some bugs, because that is useful, but like Nintendo doesn't need to do that. Like, yeah, they will send out patches for stuff that is damaging to the game, but Nintendo makes full games. They don't have to add DLC if they don't want to. They still make a full, complete, amazing product. And any explanation on what's happening to the lore can come in the next installment, which we're probably going to get a different Hyrule, a different mechanic, a different art style even, because they've stretched out this Hyrule as much as they can. They stretched it out on the fucking y-axis. Literally, they stretched it out. So, yeah, fuck. Just play good games. Just why give it, just get a game and, it's good, and, what happened to that? What happened to not needing constant updates? What happened to, putting in your disc or your cartridge and being this game is a complete game? Like, Jak and Daxter didn't need fucking DLC. Fucking old Zelda games didn't need DLC. Old Mario games, I mean, most Nintendo games don't even use DLC now. You got Metroid games, you got Mario games, and you don't. And it's like, hey, here's the game. Cool. Anyway, that's my blabbering rant. That's what it is. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't need DLC. I'm fine with them working on the next game. And I'm excited for whatever project that they come up, because I love myself some Zelda. And I hope they learned a lot from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, where they will perfect the formula, where they will have an open world game that has a linear story, but allows you to still adventure out for side quests and other stuff like that. And that the story doesn't take place in mostly either a memory or a different time, and barely happens to Link. That's a different topic for a different video. Tears of the Kingdom is still 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And just fucking, just enjoy what you have. Stop asking for more, you, with your little grubby hands. Just be happy with what you have, damn it.